Hi there. It is Wednesday, and I hope that you are ready to rock and roll on today. We are halfway through the week. I'm wearing some bold stuff because we've got some bold engagement strategies for today. I hope that you enjoyed Mondays and Tuesdays. I hope you're getting settled in to the groove. We're going to kind of branch off of yesterday on Tuesday when we talked about marketing strategies, and I gave you four kind of finite and scripted ways for you to just expand your marketing toolkit. I hope that you take some action on that, right? It's not really helpful if you just watch the video and take the notes and do nothing, right? So today I'm going to go one more layer deep on kind of debunking a myth for 2023 when it comes to engagement. And I can back up some data, I can back up some personal experiences of using this technique. And so, drum roll please. The technique is direct mailing campaigns, right? Where you have direct mailers going to physical addresses of your customer base. Now, step one in this technique is in your CRM system. And now that you start growing your business and you're adulting in your business, gone are the days that you're just capturing their name and their Facebook name, okay? And their name and not even their phone number anymore, or not even their email address, all right? I love to coach that a complete prospect, a complete customer, a complete next steps you can do something with the human, with the adult, is that you need their name, their phone number, their email, and still a physical address, okay? So anytime that you're having an intake form, a event, kind of a raffle, please start getting people's physical address. It is data that you want from here on out, okay? Because one, you're going to start understanding where physically your clients are coming from, online purchases, whether they're downloading programs from you, whether it be, yes, they are going into your massage therapy studio, but you don't know how far they're driving from and you don't have their physical address. So it is a complete contact. The way I love to give this visual is that if you do not have a Rolodex card, remember Rolodexes? That is how business owners kept track of all of the information. It was the old school CRM system, right? The client retention management system, that's CRM, that we just now are like, oh, I think it was Susie Smith in my DM and all I have is her information that way. She's never going to go back into a drip campaign. It's hard to upsell her because all you have is her Facebook Messenger or her DM Messenger, or she liked you on Facebook, right? So one encouragement I'm going to make is that as an intake form happens, you guys saw how I did it on the adulting happy hour on Monday night. Everyone filled out that Google form. I put everyone into a raffle and I received their name, their email address, and their physical address to be able to pay forward a snail mail, a direct mailer for them. And so it's not scary, right? I do it all the time with clients. I do it all the time with prospects. I just ask for their physical address because I'd love to send them something complimentary from our company. Okay. So let me show you the data for direct mail marketing is that there's going to be about 7 different ways. I'm going to coach this and teach this. Give me the couple that resonate with you because not all are going to be a fit for everyone in this adulting challenge, but it will be a wonderful technique for you to think about, be super mindful of, because it does work. So remember when I said it takes 10 to 13 engagement points and you're like, I kind of get tired of just calling people, inviting people, texting people, emailing people. Like I got 4 techniques, Connie, 4 modalities, and I just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Let me just frame and kind of, take a step back. That direct mailers work if it's part of your follow-up system, if it's part of your retention system. They will not work as a one and done. So if you have a grand opening happening or you have a one-time blitz and they've never heard from you before in this modality, you will not see an ROI. So I'm just going to honor that. If you just want to do it for your next upcoming book launch, your book signing, this next 3-day event you're putting on, the launch of your podcast, and you want it downloaded X amount of times, and you've never kind of set the runway or the pace of direct mailers, and you never do one again, it's not going to work. Okay. So multiple direct mailers amongst a year. And when I say multiple, about every other month, potentially using it even 4 times a year is appropriate. 2 times a year is too much lag time in between. There's no data saying that if you do one in the fall and you do one in the spring that you're going to see an ROI on, okay? So again, the cadence of every other month, and let me give you some ideas of what those direct mailers could look like. So the very first one is making sure that you capture not just on Facebook their birthday and you send them a little happy birthday note, or maybe your administrative assistant does that, but you actually giving them a happy birthday card as one of the engagement points within the 1 year cycle of them being a client, them being a past client, and you just saying a happy birthday, not attaching any special to it. So happy birthday in itself is a technique of a direct mailer. So send it in snail mail, a happy birthday card. Second is a brochure. So a tri-fold brochure that it is a call to action that when your client gets this is they may already know your services. They may already know the menu of products that you have, but it's a brochure that they can give to someone else. So I literally will put this out and I will say, hey, here's a brochure of what we offer, of what we do. Please, let a family or friend or neighbor, know this, because I don't know who they're talking to. I don't know how they're going to put it in their purse or put it in their, kind of living room area. I don't want it to be tossed. So I'm explaining how to use the brochure, because if a client just receives a brochure and they're like, I already know their services and products, it's for them to say, pay forward this brochure. Pay forward this to somebody that maybe you've talked about this to your hairdresser, you've talked about this to a neighbor, someone in your faith-based community. Well, now, hey, you can give them, this brochure to explain more of what our products do or what our services, are excellent in. Okay. Third is a true coupon code. All right. A coupon code has to have an expiration date. Do not let that baby just roll and roll and roll. But a coupon code for them to add services, add products. Never give away a free piece. Okay. Hear my heart in this. If people do not pay, they will not pay attention. Okay, so a discount code, a BOGO, but they have to put skin in the game, will serve you well. All right, so this is kind of the concept of, the electronic version of a Groupon or a living social, experience that it's highly discounted for them to re-engage, for them to see, oh my gosh, I love, this one-time special that you're doing. I want to buy 5 acupuncture sessions instead of just my typical one because you have a coupon code going for this month. All right. Do not do this all year long. You are not couponing your business to death. You are not discounting your business to death. But one of your engagement points can be a coupon code on a super simple, 4x6, card built on Vistaprint, right? This is not sponsored by Vistaprint, but super simple. You do not have to overcomplicate that. Great way for people to re-engage back on your website, pick up the phone, go to your scheduling app. A great technique is being able to offer a coupon or a discount code. All right. Now, anniversary experience. So when they graduated from your program, when they finished their 12-week boot camp, when they did whatever service they did, maybe they bought 3 sessions for teeth whitening, right? And you give them an anniversary, just like, hey, want to check in? It was great. This is 2 years of us working together. It was last year that you completed the boot camp. How are you doing? So you can make this pretty, sustainable, where it's not customized to every single person's experience. But a lot of your products or services, there's a graduation point. There's an anniversary point where they wrapped it up. So go ahead and start putting that in your CRM system. When do they need an anniversary card? When do they need an anniversary, just flyer, or a rack card is a wonderful way to do that. Just to say, like, how are you doing? Checking in. It was great to work with you last year, to complete XYZ or to get you to this goal. Want to see how you're doing. It's a truly like want to see how you're doing, but it's celebration of their past graduation point, their 1-year anniversary with you, their 10-year anniversary of being a client with you. All right. Wonderful technique, not just to get in a Facebook post, but a tangible snail mail. All right. Catalogs. So if you do have a 5-page catalog, a brochure for your next services, and, a series that you're doing at a local recreation center, right? So think about a catalog that they get to see and bring your business to life. Maybe it's a little bit more of like an update for you. So instead of doing, I love this way. This is why you got to watch the whole videos. It's like at the beginning of the year, instead of just doing like Happy New Year cards, right? To all your clients and all your past clients, and maybe just that, calendar, or maybe just a bottle of wine, or maybe the magnet as the direct mailer. What if you did a catalog that explains like all of you, right? Like what you're looking forward to in 2024. That's, you've got plenty of time, right? Like we're talking about this in July. What you got coming down the pipeline, some services, some highlights, some products, some links to your website, a QR code to a couple tutorial videos. Like you should have a PR kit for you, right? And if you don't, we should coach more, because all of my clients know that there should be on hand a PR kit for you on this, something in the back of your car that if someone wants to work with you, like I have completion guides, right? So whenever someone's like, oh my gosh, Connie, I just like love working with you. I've heard, something about you. I'm like, hey, let me give you a completion guide, right? Like I don't believe in, not staying in your head anymore. I want you to get to completion. Here's a tracking guide, has my information, 30-minute consultation. Let me get your, contact information. Phone number, email, full snail mail address, and then they come into my pipeline. All right. So that concept of a catalog, and you're like, Connie, I don't have physical products though, right? You do. You have headshots, you have 30-minute sessions, you have hour-and-a-half sessions, you have workshops you do, you have masterminds you do, you have content you do. You do have an array of a catalog. Just maybe the first time you've thought about it. Now, this one, friend, I would say is just like a once a year. I do propose this to be always at the beginning of the year, right? You clean up your database every December. I know you do that. You make sure that you get everyone's snail mail address, because that's an appropriate time to ask as a business owner. They're kind of expecting a holiday card or expecting a New Year's card. So that if you're nervous to ask that in the middle of July, you could ask it at the end of this year. But start working on designing a catalog that then you can rinse and repeat for 2025. You just change some of the graphics, change some of the services, change some of the, the did you knows, some of the places you've been, some of the new certifications you got, and then you've got your new catalog for the next year. All right. Free samples. So again, if you have a product base, wonderful to give free samples. Again, put some skin in the game that if they want to elevate to the bigger sizes, they want to elevate to, maybe the larger collection, make sure that you give them a strong call to action on that direct mailer. So if it's a, kind of sample pack or it's a trial period pack, make sure that it's a very dense time. Make sure that they need to do something with you, right? It's not just I get the free pack and I do nothing with you. And on your end, everyone that you snail mail that to, you need to pick up the phone and say, hey, Connie, I just sent you, new samples of our nut butter, right? I just sent us new samples of your lipstick. I just sent you new samples of fill in the blank. I'm going to be touching base next Monday. Be on the lookout for that in the mail. Hope all is well. Boom. So if you do, comes with a disclaimer. If you invest the money into a free sample campaign, and 10 years ago, all I was doing was direct selling for products. Okay. So even though I'm full on coach now, service based, used to work in Dallas doing direct, customer selling of actual products. And yes, samples work only if you work them. So you have to have a strategy to be like, hey, Connie just sent you XYZ. Looking forward to hearing, how your 3-day trial pack went, your 10-day trial pack went. We'll touch base, mid August. I'll be sending you a link to make sure, how did it go? How did you use it? Was there any drawbacks? And if you want exposed to any other of our products. Okay. QR codes. So it could be a simple branded card. Pause. It could be a simple branded card that you're like, Connie, I don't know what I want to promote right now. Okay. Like, I don't know. It changes daily, right? But you could have a branded card, beautiful headshot of yourself, beautiful, engagement of your service and your product, and a QR code that on the fly, friend, you could just keep up to date, right? So I just like this strategy to be like, hey, I like to do this usually in the summer where it's, just want to keep you, in, kind of, included in any of my videos, included in any of my speaking opportunities, like, hey, check out what's going on now. And then I have time to figure out what's checking out now. And I can put that up on the landing page attached to that QR code, or at any time I can change kind of that call to action. So that's more just for you to stay top of mind, for them to do a click through, to drive some SEO, drive some engagement. So you don't sell the farm on this one. Okay. It's a teaser mailer. You don't give them even dates. You don't give them prices. The catalog, yes. The catalog is robust and it's selling the farm, okay? But this postcard one with the QR code is a direct link for them to, one, drive back to your website if you've even updated your website to your linked tree, like any kind of like e-commerce that you have going on. This is a great way for people to get back on your website. Keep driving them to the website, and you've got your opt-in to the website, all right? But it is very much so teaser. It's check out what's happening. It's, would love your feedback on, but it's getting people to activate SEO for you. Okay. All right. Last but not least is a schedule of events. So we typically think a direct mailer needs to be other people's events, right? The Parks and Recs free days, the Broncos schedule if you're in Colorado. We tend to think, let's put other people's schedules out in a direct mailer or on a magnet, and there's nothing quote unquote wrong with that. But what research says is that there's still no direct tie to you. That's not your schedule of events. It's a lovely piece of promotional material, but in this direct mail marketing, I want you to put your calendar of events. You've got open office hours potentially. You've got open houses. Hello, this would be wonderful if you could get your schedule of events. And maybe this is not practical for you in July. I get it. I honor that. But to start working towards, here's our spring schedule of events. We've got this speaking opportunity. I've got this open house. We've got this client appreciation night. Like, do you hear my heart in this? That you could then say, like, mark your calendar. Here's links to RSVP, our family night at Waterworld. We've got a movie night. Like, you can get super creative to go, as a business owner, I need to have a direct mailer that I have my own schedule events for people to mark their calendar, because a lot of people are not paying attention to Facebook invites anymore or Eventbrites anymore. So you being able to have pen to paper, an actual nice schedule of events, it also keeps you as the business owner, like, feet to the fire to activate all of those events, right? So I hope that this session was super helpful. I mean, I went deep into direct mail marketing. It is not dead. I told you the cadence of these, and I want to hear your greatest takeaway. I want to ignite that this touch point, when you're wavering in touch point 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you're like, I don't know what else to do with these people, right? I don't know how to adult anymore, Connie. I'm just going to send more messages. This technique to slow down, maybe watch this video again, maybe download this video and watch this again, would serve you well. Okay. So tell me what you feel. Cause like I said, I gave the whole kind of kit and caboodle, but which 3 do you feel like you could activate, you have some momentum in, and what is the commitment you're going to make to adult in this technique? It works. It's an engagement point that people will keep you top of mind. I look forward to hearing you in the comment section and some ahas, and I hope that this content was giving you some gusto to get back in the direct mailer world, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Thursday. All right, bye y'all. Have a great